Good morning, everyone. It's January 16th, 2023. Just kind of looking at what the weather's expecting for about the next week to potentially 10 days. And remember, when we go back to what I started to see in the beginning, the first week in January was the first week of January, calendar-wise, look at it. It's blocked out pretty nicely for us. It was a warm week, and it was a warm week. The second week of January was to be a mild week, which it certainly was a mild week, but it was cooler than the week before. The third week, which is now this week of January, this week we were supposed to see if the pattern was going to change, we should see evidence of it actually changing, not just projected to change. Like say, oh, 2 weeks it's going to change. No, actually seeing it change. And I believe we will. All right, first off, what are we seeing here? Weak system out to the west, definitely a little bit stronger than I thought. I didn't think it would be able to bring us anything a week ago. Well, it's going to bring us a little bit of something, but it's not much. It's very weak. Just a touch of maybe a little bit of mixed precipitation in the morning, so be careful. But really, it's very minor. It doesn't take much to make things slippery. Otherwise, it would basically be pretty much a nuisance, pain in the neck type of stuff. And then you see out west one more big storm that's affecting them. And so then things will begin to change for them out west. All right, underneath the clouds, again, lots of activity out west. You can look here, but this is mostly light stuff here in the Midwest. It's just not much. Coming here, it's got to get even weaker. So don't expect too much. And this stuff off the east, that's just part of a coastal system that developed on the weekend, too far offshore to affect us. All right. So we see here the current map. You see there's the eastern system, the Midwest system, and then the western system. You can see the three of those. We look ahead to tomorrow. The western system continues to move eastward. That's going to be our rainstorm for Thursday. And this here for Tuesday, this kind of goes across, but it's a very weak system. Again, a little mixed, so be careful. Could be a slick spot here and there, a little bit of light rain. Some people won't even get anything. I mean, it's really falling apart. It's a very weak system. Just make a gloomy day. All right, Wednesday, here's that western system now developing. Good snowstorm in the plains. That's going to continue to produce a nice storm up in this area. Again, and the rest of it is going to come our way. But once it comes our way, once it gets up into here, this system is now going to have to exit this way because things are changing up in here. So that cold air is going to hold on up in there. For our area, we're just going to have a cold, rainy day. Temperatures pretty much in the 30s. Maybe a touch of mixed precipitation in certain places, but it should be very, very brief on Thursday morning. But temperatures basically should be in the mid to upper 30s most of the day to near 40 by the end of the day. And then kind of hold there Thursday night. Such that on Friday, even though it's depicting a breezy day as that system pulls eastward, some snows in New England for us. No snows here, but maybe a sprinkle, but temperatures probably in the mid 40s, low to mid 40s, as they don't rise very much during the day, and cooler air begins to filter in. Such that by Saturday, we're going to have a little bit of high pressure trying to take control, a little cooler air coming in, more of a northwest flow, and so we'll have highs more seasonal. Now, this is the next system. I didn't put the surface map on because I don't want us to get caught up in the surface idea. This is more upper level driven. You can see a low developing here in Texas. I think this is a pretty decent depiction of this upper level system. And this system then comes and advances, and it's in this area. Now, I do believe that the European is dragging a little bit back in here. I think this will advance out a little bit further eastward. So it'll be a little stronger system possibly. We'll have to see. But regardless, that then pushes the same as we get towards Sunday evening, a potential load possibly to our south along the East Coast. Again, not a big storm, but yet one that could bring some wintry precipitation. We'll have to watch and see. It would either be a very cold rain, like 34, 35 degrees in rain, which would be really totally, completely miserable, or it would be about 32 degrees and some wet snow. So we're going to kind of have to see. There's a few degree difference, and we'll have to see what it is and how it depicts. Another option is with a little stronger, as the German model showing a little stronger low, that would actually bring a decent light to moderate snow into these areas, but to the areas south and east of that, it would pretty much be rain. But it's our first chance of actually a widespread potential wintry precipitation that we have had in quite some time. And it's also indicative of the pattern changing because look what's on the west coast. Oh yes, a ridge. No storms anymore. Trough is gone. As we go into the next week, we see early next week that system pulls away from Monday, breezy, cooler, but again, it's not super cold, okay, but it's definitely cooler. And then we see we're already seeing something. Now you notice that low did not move all that much out there, and I think this would probably be kicked a little bit further east, maybe something like this. And so the low would not be sitting back over Arizona, maybe more like New Mexico. And then you see here, and this would be a little bit further east as well, and the potential energy diving down in here could phase with it or help boost it along, whatever. But what happened is that you have some kind of a low pressure system heading in our direction for next Wednesday, Thursday, probably later Wednesday into maybe early Thursday. Could it bring wintry precipitation? Yes, because there is definitely a supply of much colder air coming in because the pattern is going to change. So it's going to flip around a little bit. What does that do for temperature wise? Okay, temperature wise, what do we have? 40s today. Got low 40s, sunshine, maybe even 40s. Tomorrow, around 40, give or take a couple degrees on either side, but gloomy, cloudy, a few light stuff, maybe a little mixed in the beginning, so be careful, but not a big deal. For Wednesday, probably mid 40s. If we get enough sunshine, clouds will be hard, may be hard to get rid of, but still partly sunny in the mid 40s. For Thursday, raw 30s, just a miserable day with the rain. But temperature shouldn't drop much Thursday night. So we stay in the 30s to near 40, and then by the time we get up Friday, we're still there in the morning and probably get up into the low to mid 40s. Again, clouds might be a little hard to get rid of on Friday. Saturday should be at least a partly sunny day, I'm thinking, and then temperatures in the 30s. Sunday, once again, in the 30s. Clouds increasing as we have that southern system coming up, and maybe bring some wintry precipitation. By the time Monday rolls around again, we're just in the 30s. Cooler air coming in Tuesday in the 30s, and then Wednesday in the 30s as we begin to think about, or do we have another storm system coming? Excuse me. I'm sneezing. Bad time. But anyway, yeah, that's the weather that we have, and certainly want to be thankful for it. So just praise God for the weather that we do have. Enjoy the days that are nice and sunny, and it's been mild. It's been great on the heating bills, but winter it's not done with us. All right. So take care and God bless.